Good Monday morning. I hope you had a great Sabbath and are enjoying a new week and all the things that God has in store for you. I'm Mike Courtney and this is Monday Matters. Every Monday I take a few minutes and talk about something to make your life happier, healthier, and perhaps a little bit holier. And today, as you might imagine, I want to talk about the power of new beginnings. This is the Monday between Christmas and New Year's, and I confess, those of you who know me know this is one of my favorite weeks of the year. It's a time that I spend quite a bit of time reflecting, planning, thinking back, looking ahead, kind of preparing for the new year. This year it's a little different just because the new year comes in the very middle of the week, but nonetheless, I started really a few weeks before Christmas, and then the last couple of days, and looking forward to today and tomorrow, really spending some time thinking about what went well in 2024 and what didn't go so well and what I need to plan for in 2025. I'm not so much a New Year's resolution maker as I am a goal setter and kind of a planner, and this is a time I go through the calendar, plan out the major events of the year and kind of think back from those. I go through the budget and try to plan that out, go through some projects that I'd like to accomplish and kind of break those down into what I need to do each month and then each week to kind of make those things happen. So this is always a fun time of the year for me. And for many people, at the very least, it's a time to turn the page, to start fresh, the time for a new beginning. And so I want to talk to you about the power of new beginnings. The Bible begins with beginnings. In the beginning, God created heaven and the earth. And in the New Testament, when we get to the fourth gospel, John begins, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The Bible's interested in beginnings, and new beginnings, and starting over again. Paul writes in 2 Corinthians, we are new creatures in Christ Jesus. Old things are passed away. All things have become new. There's a lot to be said for new beginnings. So however you handle that, here are 4 things that we get out of new beginnings that I think are really important. New beginnings remind us of redemption and grace. Hey, if you are a Christ follower, you have had at least one new beginning. You must be born, Jesus says to Nicodemus, and then he says, and then you must be born again. You have to begin, and then you have to have a new beginning. Redemption and grace. Every year is a reminder that God has been faithful, that He has redeemed my past, and that He will give me grace for the future. He does that every year. He does it at the beginning of each month. I'm reminded this is a whole fresh month that God gives me. And in fact, at the beginning of every day, when I wake up in the morning, one of the first things I pray is, God, thank you for a new day. Help me to use it well for you. On Lamentations, the writer of Lamentations writes in chapter 3, His mercies are new every morning. At this time of the year, I'm reminded of God's redemption and grace, that I have another opportunity to try to use this time wisely for Him. The second thing that new beginnings does for me is it gives me an opportunity to learn from my failures. One thing I can tell you for sure is not everything in 2024 was a success. There were some failures. And in fact, probably more failures than wins, to tell you the truth. If you're trying to do anything, you've probably had some failures. Things haven't gone well. I love the story about Thomas Edison when he failed at making the light bulb 1,000 times before he made it work. And someone said to him, Mr. Edison, you failed 1,000 times at this. He said, no, I haven't failed 1,000 times. I've learned 1,000 times that it won't work, 1,000 ways it won't work. So the new beginning is a chance to look back and say, okay, here's some things I didn't do well. What can I learn from that? How can I grow from that? How can I get better? Redemption and grace, learning from our failures. Here's the third thing that New Beginnings offers, the courage to let go. There have been some things I have been holding on to in 2024. If I can just try a little harder, if I can just do this one more time, I'll make this fit, I'll make this work. And the new beginnings are a chance to say, now may be the time to just let that thing go. I am not going to run my third marathon in 2025. I would just tell you that right now. I keep holding on, keep holding out. My grandson, who's 17, said, I'd like to run a marathon with Poppy Z. And I thought, okay, I can do this. Nah, it's not going to happen. The courage to let go of some things. I not only choose to start some new things in the new year, but I choose to let go. I have the courage to do that. And then the final thing is this: the new beginnings, the power of new beginnings. It gives me the opportunity to trust in God again. I hold on fearfully to the past. I know that. It might not be good, but at least I know it. But in the new beginning, in this path laid out before me that I don't know, I have an opportunity to trust God again. Isaiah chapter 43. Do not remember the former things, nor consider the things of old. Behold, I will do a new thing, and it'll spring forth. I don't know what God's going to do in 2025. I know it's going to be new. I have never lived 2025 before. I've never experienced this before. And so it gives me an opportunity to trust God, to hold on to Him. Some of you have gone through some really, really difficult things in 2024. Some of you are still going through those things. And I want you to know that the new year gives you a new chance to trust God, to hold on, to believe in Him, and He will be faithful. So what do you do over the next 48 hours or so? What do you do? Here's what I try to do. Reflect, think back. What did I do? What did I do well? What did I do not so well? Reflect. Number 2, redirect. Set some new goals. So put some new things in play. Kind of redirect my efforts. Number 3, regroup. Make some connections with some people that I have lost connections with. Put some new people in place. Surround myself with a group of people that can help me move forward. And then number 4, refocus. Refocus on the things of God, on staying in the Word, on being faithful in prayer, on being passionate about God. Reflect, redirect, regroup, refocus. Those things help me as I enter into this new beginning. Here are 5 things I encourage you to do this month, by the way. We've been working on those, and in fact, January 1 would be a great time to start again and go to the end of the month. Do these 5 things. Plan to read through the Bible in a year. I use the Daily Audio Bible with Brian. It's an app. There are all kinds of YouVersion of the Bible. The Bible Project has a daily Bible reading. The Bible app, Tara Lee Cobble. There's a lot of good Bible apps. Plan to read through the Bible in a year. Be consistent in prayer. Put together a prayer plan and decide a specific time each day that you're going to pray. Fasting. We are going to begin on January 5th, 21 days of prayer and fasting in our church. I usually begin January 1 and go through the month. I would encourage you to fast. Put some things in place. I'm going to skip 1 meal a day, or I'm going to give up social media. Not Monday Matters. I'm going to watch that, but I'll give everything else up. I'm going to not watch so much TV. Whatever it is, fast something. And then here are 2 more things. Put 5 small steps in place that you plan to take. 5 small, measurable goals, things that you plan to do to make 2025 a better year. Just put 5 goals in place. These are 5 things I want to do that are measurable, that you can do them. And then here's the last one. I just heard this the other day, and I really like this. Put 1 impossible task in place. Just one thing that challenges your faith. Man, if this happens, it's because God did it. Put one of those things in place. I'm going to believe in 2025 for this miraculous thing. Remember redemption and grace. Learn from your failures. Have the courage to let go and trust God. And have a great new beginning. I'm excited about what God is going to do in my life. I'm excited about what God is going to do in your life. And I want you to know that I am praying for you through the course of this year that God gives you a great new beginning. Thanks for listening to Monday Matters. Maybe put that in place. Decide every Monday I'm going to pay attention to this. You can sign up, you can subscribe, you can click like. I don't even know where you do those things, but I think I'm supposed to say that. And I will post something each day on Facebook and Instagram about this. God bless you. Have a great day.